I'm really glad to have your company again, Aquarius, at this last stage of 2022. It's the last month, December. Here's your chart, and one which is showing that as this time frame comes to a close, your 11th house of life desires. What are your ambitions in life? These questions are going to come to the fore right now in a big way, because you've got Mars here and the opposite sign really fueling that question. Problem being, you have 3 planets here, and so maybe you're a little divided on what it is you wish to do. Are you listening too much to people around you? What is it that they're telling you? Are you confused? Are you looking at others to give you their cues as to what you should do? Are you trying to keep up with the Joneses? Are you trying to, be accepted in the social circle that you happen to be in? Yeah. Are you fearful that a step you take? I'm just thinking about my own past. 30, 40 years ago, when I was working in I was working for the Sharp Corporation selling office equipment. And in the back of my head, I always wanted to be an astrologer, but I never compromised on that, even though I was called Starman and Loopy Loop, all this sort of stuff. 40 years ago, this was not exactly the career choice for to be pursuing in the midst of conservative co-workers. It was, it was a shit fight trying to get accepted. So that's the point I'm making. You've got to have the courage of your convictions to pursue that one thing that is going to make you happy in life. So this is all about goal orientation, and Mars is retrograde now, so this 5th house in which it's transiting has to do with your creative impulses, and that of course is what fuels your drive to what it is you wish to do as a defining activity in your life. It's important to note that this creative component is going to be very powerfully activated on the 8th, when we see the full moon here. The moon and Mars together is a very volatile combination. You can become very, very emotional. That's okay, because the moon is also a creative planet. It can give you the emotional energy you need to get serious about those creative pursuits, which, as I said, is the fuel for moving you along the path of what's going to fulfill you and help you achieve those goals in the long run. You're going to have to deal with a lot of stuff this month, though. You've got that creative component of the full moon here with the retrograde Mars. You've also got the financial element here, which is challenging this creative area. You see, now that is often the case. Many, many people I know over the years, both in their work but also in their personal lives, tend to give pride of place to how the money situation is going to play out if they make this decision or that decision, rather than having the courage of their convictions and saying, okay, you know what, this is who I am, this is what I've been born to do, this is what I'm going to do, and I may not make the money that I want initially, but that doesn't matter, screw it. I'm going to be true to myself and pursue that line of least resistance. Least resistance in terms of resonance with who I am as a spiritually evolving being. That's important because Neptune's been retrograde here in this finance section with Jupiter. It's about to go direct. So if you've been holding back or a bit unclear about how to reconcile this finance versus my creative vision, then I think that's going to be a lot easier for you. In fact, the visionary planet Neptune there, going direct after the 4th of December, will give you clarity and confidence that you should indeed pursue those things that are near and dear to your heart. Finally, we see the new moon here in the 12th house. This is somewhat tied in with this 5th house of creativity. It's a spiritual house. It's the hidden house of the zodiac, along with the 4th and 8th houses. But this new moon here tells us a new perception of your past. It's funny how when we look back at our past, we can either see it with loving compassion. You know, it's very hard to have compassion to ourselves as well. We're hard taskmasters. We are horrible self-critics a lot of the time. But this new moon, I think, is going to allow you to look at your past, to accept your past, and to not be too hard on yourself during this phase. Just release that. And of course, as I've said many, many times, the bullshit of your life really is the spiritual fertilizer of your life, if only you know how to mulch it properly. Having said that, don't forget, we've got yearly readings going up now for 2023. You want to find out how to mulch that BS so that you can have a fantastic 2023. I'm going to be talking about that when I come back in the new year. In the meantime, pop on over to astrology.com.au where I've got all that information for you. Please subscribe leading up to Christmas. That would be your little Christmas gift to me. Let me know how you're feeling if you want. I'm always here for a little ping pong communication. And I hope you have a very safe, happy, Merry Christmas. I'll see you in 2023. Bye-bye, Aquarius.